Okay, chapter 5. The last chapter of them all. The achievements on chapter 5 are definitely, I would say, the hardest, probably, in my opinion. Because there was two achievements that was hard that I ended up getting finally for chapter 5 that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do during this, but I'll try.
Sounds like someone's stuck in the paddle wheel.
I think I was supposed to drive before the cutscene, but I still ended up doing that, which made it where I can look forward and do it at the same time. It's only been like 4 minutes, and I'm already like at this part. I think the range on this is different. Oh my god, that's far. Well, that was fast.
You lied to me. You said I'd be free. Well, I'm going to free you now. Free your head right off your shoulders. Sheep, sheep, sheep. It's time for sleep.
Yay, yay, Tom saved me. Almost called him Boris.
That was close. You're lucky we were in the neighborhood.
Was that him?
I don't think so. The Searchers and the Lost Ones built this place. Sammy must have been keeping them at bay, now that he's gone. Looks like we're in for a fight. Get ready.
This is where one of the hardest achievements that I couldn't really figure out comes in play. Because it's just basically beat this fight scene in under 3 minutes without dying.
Go back to your puddle!
They definitely made this a lot easier, it seems like. Like, the range is a lot different. I can see that.
Get away from me! We can do this! Keep fighting!
One, I think the axe does more damage than usual.
I think that's all of them.
Oh my
Never know
god,
where
I
they're
got
gonna
it.
crawl out of next. Probably best
Think
if we
I
stay
got
together
it.
from now on.
Yep, I got. Oh my god, that was easier
Lead the way?
than when I tried it the last time.
Now that's interesting.
So basically, the achievements definitely gotten easier in the PlayStation 4.
Better get overtime for this. Not these guys again. I better stay out of sight.
So it turns out it's my lucky day. I got to clean in some of the offices around 2 a.m. last night. And what do you think I'll find on one of the chairs? A big freaking chocolate cake, just sitting there, practically yelling my name. You know, I work hard. I earn my pay. Every darn dollar. But you know what this company's missing? Little benefit and quakes. And this here cake? It's a quake. Hopefully no one finds out what I've done. Because if they do, I can tell you what would happen. I'm out of here.
Hold on. God, I forgot I had this on. Hold on. Um, okay. So this time I wait for a striker. So I have to wait for a striker. Then I can go.
Listen, Tommy, I know you boys over at Jet are doing your best, but I'm paying for a living attraction. That weird abomination. Whatever that gritty thing was I saw wandering around your office, you better keep it locked up tight. I realize it was a first attempt,
So I have to wait for Fisher and Piper, and then
might scare off the bastards.
we'll go.
And in response to your previous memo, if you claim that your failures are because these things are soulless, then damn it, we'll give them a soul. After all, our own Bell's Club.
I saw Striker right as I went. So last and final Inkblot, which is gonna be easy to get because I just have to wait for Striker, which I already know is close because I saw where he was. So I know Striker's close. So this time, so yet again with the doing this. Hold on. What after this? Okay, so I believe it's just basically the same as the second one. You wait for Piper and Fisher. So there's Fisher. Piper should also be with him. Yep. And that's it. That's this achievement gone. So now once I unlock the achievements, then I'm gonna go through that entire place and like scan it for any place logs, bacon soup, everything. Now that's valued employee and pipes and problems. But I'm not gonna go there just yet. I'm gonna actually explore. Now that I got the valued employee achievement,
Small memo to all administration offices.
I don't mind
Goobers
getting
have to go
caught
fly
a
at 3
single
cents per
time.
gallon
It
operating
doesn't
costs.
bother me.
The idea that the
So, I'm just gonna scan for any. I think Hyper got stuck. Well, was stuck. Not anymore. Oh my god, I got every single one, Potter. At least I got value deploying. So this is oh my god. I only have 7 minutes. Oh, yep. Yum, 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 yum. That took so long because I kept getting caught by the same person over and over again. Okay, that's all. Yep, no. Yep, no. Yeah. That was all the stuff I could find in there. So that should about almost be like almost all the voice logs and everything. So yeah, the only one that I missed is the one, of course, being in
Looks like whatever
chapter
was here
5.
was taken long ago.
How did you get down here?
Not
It
chapter
pays
5,
to carry
sorry,
a rope.
chapter 3.
You should try it.
Look, I know where we have to go, but it's not going to be pleasant. The Ink Demon has something that we need. I'm going after him.
You want to go to his lair? Are you crazy? That's death.
That's where the trail seems to lead.
Well, it's probably close by. Probably through that door. But it won't be easy to open. I'll need 3 gears, a crowbar, some kind of counterbalance. Huh. Well, that works too. I guess.
Hey, here's my old desk. I wasted so much time in this chair.
Quiet. Don't make any noise.
Of course, those guys are fucking stuck. I don't get how they got stuck, but they got stuck in some way or somehow. And I'm not gonna question how at all.
Wow. I've never seen this before. I don't see any way around. Nothing to build a raft with.
We'll have to wade across.
We can't. We're not like you, Henry. If we go in there, well, a drop of water in the ocean is rarely seen again.
And I guess it's all up to me. And I don't even know what I'm doing here. I don't even know why this is all happening to me.
You're here for a reason, Henry. There's always a reason. Even when you can't understand it. It's time. Set us free.
They could have at least given me a weapon.
Well, I can see a lot of differences with this PlayStation 5 version. A lot. First off, the achievements are quite easier to get than I remember it. And of course, they made the fighting thing a lot more easier with it being a lot more shorter, making that one achievement very easy.
It's simply awe-inspiring what one can accomplish with their own hands. A lump of clay can turn to meaning if you strangle it with enough enthusiasm. silver screen, but in the hearts of those we entertain with our fancy moving pictures. But when the tickets stopped selling, when the next big thing came along, only the monsters remained. Shadows of the past. But you can save them, Henry. You can peel it all away. You see, there's only one thing Bendy has never known. He was there for his beginning, but he's never seen the
The
end.
end.
Well, I can definitely see this. I think this was hard for me the last time. I can definitely say this is a lot easier. And then I say that and then I die. I'm gonna just hope that I did what I had to. I'm pretty sure I have all the levers. And this should be the last one. Okay, yeah, I did find all of them. I thought I found all the bacon chips and everything, but apparently I didn't. So note that any of the achievements that I have not gone in at all during this, then I have to get and do this, do everything again. Because chapter 1 and chapter 2, I don't mind doing again. That would just be for the audio logs and the picture.
Henry,
Chapter
so
3,
soon.
I'm gonna also
I didn't
get
expect you
the
for another
Choose the
hour
Way
yet.
of the Angel
Now
achievement.
you're just trying to impress me.
But the
I
only
know, I
ones
know.
is
You have
I don't
questions.
actually have that
You
much. I
always
have only
do.
7. I'm
The
gonna
only
get
important
one.
question is
One I
this.
can get by just completing
Who
the
are
entire
we,
game
Henry?
again in one run again
I
by
thought
just
I knew who
yeah
I was. But the
and
success
stuff, and then
carved me.
there's just the
Nothing
last 3
left but
which are for
lines on the
collecting
page.
everything.
In the end, we followed two different roads of our own making. You, a lovely family. Me, a crooked empire. And my road burned. I let our creations become my life. The truth is, you were always so good at pushing, old friend. Pushing me to do the right thing. You should have pushed a little harder. Henry, come visit the old workshop. There's something I need to show you.
All right, Joey. I'm here.
The hell I'm back.
Let's see if we can find what you wanted me to see.
For completing the main story.
Tell me another one, Uncle Joey.
Is there a way I could skip this? No. I'll just skip this. What the what did I just witness there? Good question, you know. Original ink machine. Before a major visual upgrade, this version of the ink machine was the one used in the game. Much of the machine's iconic fan loved. The design was translated into the final version. Welcome to the archives. Bendy Machine began when the developers as cartoonists known as the Meatley experimented with bringing a sketch 2D style into a 3D world. After turning the idea into a horror game, Chapter 1 of the game was created in a little under a week with programmer slash friend Mike described and released on February 10th in 2017. Much to their surprise, it struck a chord with global indie gamers. Almost overnight, the Meatley and Mike decided to drop all other projects to work on Benny and tell a most unique ink story. The entire game was completed a chapter at a time in a year and a half by a small but dedicated group of indie developers. Although the concept and story remained as originally intended, the game changed over development as characters and models were refined from their early thrown together versions. This archive is a peek behind the scenes at that progress. Henry Steen. Once a equal business partner of Joey Drew, Henry Steen was a talented animator and character designer until leaving the company around 1930. His place in Joey Drew Studios' history is somewhat undocumented, but he is often rumored to be the true creator behind many of the studio's most memorable characters. Then okay. Chima. Concept Bendy. This is the first version of Bendy ever modeled. In the earliest concepts, Bendy was much smaller and cuter, with a face that split open to reveal a terrifying mouth. Alpha Bendy. This is the original game used design of Ink Bendy from the earliest version of Chapter 1. It is jokingly referred to as Bird Poop with a smile along the development team. Beta Bendy. This was Ink Bendy's form until the release of Chapter 4. At the time, the game received a major physical upgrade, and the title character got a new model as well. Ink Bendy. Ink Bendy, as we know him today, although similar to Beta Bendy, this upgraded version was remodeled, enhanced with a higher polygon count, and given new ink effects. Beast Benny. Ink Benny's horrific final form in Chapter 5 pulled away the cartoon facade and revealed the demon within. Beta Searcher. Early in development, with just a few weeks to create Chapter 2, the Beta Searchers were designed in record time before being fully retooled later on. They were the first fighting enemies encountered in the game. Final Searcher. The Final Searchers were far more robust in appearance. They were smoother with better ink effects and a more human appearance. Beta Sammy. With his first appearance in Chapter 2, fan favorite Sammy Lawrence became a terrifyingly entertaining character. When his slim build was deemed not threatening enough, he was redesigned and given a better sketchable rig for more advanced animation. Final Sammy. Sammy Lawrence's final form came complete with a bulked up stature and more powerful limbs. The mad songwriter may finally get noticed now, at least by fans. Papa was the original name of the character that eventually became Boris the Wolf. This early version was released with Chapter 1. He was quickly refined into the Boris we know today with the release of Chapter 2. Boris the Wolf. Boris the Wolf, a friend to the end, was designed using various references from cartoons of the 1920s, a blend of West Coast and East Coast animation styles. The silent and supportive wolf won over the hearts of many, although at times he was a headache for the development team due to his AI taking on a mind of its own during production. Brute Boris. Alice Angel's monstrosity, Brute Boris was one of the biggest surprises of Chapter 4. His design was roughly based on the Frankenstein monster, but with a more unfinished appearance. Alice took parts from within him and substituted things that his body is rapidly rejecting. So the only thing that I didn't very much saw was this. The Butcher Gang. The Piper, Striker, and Fisher made up the dreaded Butcher Gang. Interestingly, the incorrupted versions of the characters were designed first and then were reversed engineered back into their more family-friendly cartoon forms. And that's that. Okay, well, that was it for chapter 5. So see you when I guess I make that video of me getting all the achievements and such. So yeah, I have only like 5 more achievements left, or well, 4 more achievements left. But otherwise than that, see you later, I guess. Bye bye. Have fun, guys.